ready to move on from the Mega Man X Collection 1, which has at least 2 whole games on there that are worth caring about.
Oh,
A whole 2 games. So we're ready to move on to Mega Man Legacy Collection X2, which doesn't.
It doesn't collection.
It doesn't have at least 2 games. It barely has 1 game. It almost has 1 game. If you think Mega Man X8 is worth $60, it's not. Why is it the French edition also? What the fuck? That's weird. Why was it the French edition? Anyway. So we're not doing that. We're doing X5. X5's not that great. We're playing on the Rookie Hunter mode because it's not that great.
How many are we playing?
5. 5 games. And then we're done. And I'll explain why. But first, let's watch this anime intro. Hey, look, it's the main character of Mega Man X. 0.
-1.
Hey, remember how Mega Man X4 had, like, an anime intro with, like, animation? And, like, characters moved, and there was, like, people drew it? And remember how the game had cutscenes that were drawn and had animation in them? And people talked in them, and it wasn't great, but it was still, like, effort was made. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
I hope you're ready to live with that experience in your memories alone.
I thought you were talking to the audience and not me.
It's not as important with Mega Man to remember, like, previous things that happened, like it was with Devil May Cry.
It has been a while.
All the games kind of stand on their own. But I'm just going like, hey, remember when Mega Man X4 had production values? Get ready to miss the fuck out of that. First, we're gonna do training, though.
Stay in formation.
First, we're gonna do training because they figured, hey, let's have a really shitty tutorial. Remember that thing that, like, the entire crux of Aaron Hansen's video about Mega Man X was like, hey, isn't it really nice how no one ever goes like, hey, Mega Man, here's press the X button to jerk you off.
Use the directional pad to walk.
Remember that? Mega Man X5's not that good.
Still got those robot testes.
Oh, gee, this sure is an annoying tutorial where it's stopping you dead flat every time you take 3 steps.
Oh, no.
Gee, did you see that shit?
I did see that shit.
I hope you're ready.
I saw that shit.
I hope you're ready to see. Oh, I kind of spoiled it, but look at what we can do. Look at this new technology we've discovered.
What do you know?
It took X5 games to figure out he can fucking kneel down.
That's the helmet upgrade.
Do you know? Oh my god. What if it is the helmet upgrade?
There is one that's the cherries.
Shit! There is a Pokemon that's the cherries. It took X5 fucking games to figure out how to kneel down slightly. Good job, X. I fucking know!
2 years later, I got beat up at a Neil Diamond concert by a guy named Scrunchy.
Why am I complaining about this when I deliberately chose to do it?
If you're that way.
Oh yeah, here's some new innovation the game has come up with. I'll make the joke about that later. I don't care. Just fuck all of you. Mega Man, don't jump into spikes or you'll fucking die. Thanks.
It's the only game with spikes, after all.
Thanks, I've never seen the spikes before. Who do they think is jumping in on X5? Who do they think is like, I'm gonna get into this, Mega Man?
It was a mom-based tutorial.
I wanna figure out how to press buttons.
I remember
so the
when
end
I
of
was
the
like...
tutorial boss is Dragoon, Because he's the perfect boss to demonstrate how fucking broken crouching is in Mega Man. Look at how broken this shit is. Look at this Street Fighter technology. You remember. You remember when.
I was like, what do I remember? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, coming home from the beach. I was like 11 years old playing the Super Mario Brothers X or whatever the hell it was called on my Game Boy Color. And my aunt who was sitting next to me asked if she could play it. She was watching me. And watching a 50-year-old woman
play a video game for the first time in her life.
First Goomba, she had to stop moving and just focus on jumping and hitting the A button. She could not do the D-pad and buttons at the same time.
That's
Keeping in mind there are only
level
two.
Shit.
There are only two.
On a Game Boy Color. That's some, like, people always talk about that and make jokes about that, but that's real. That's a real thing.
That's who they made that tutorial for. My aunt, like, 20 years ago.
Okay, so, I'll leave it up to you. Who should we play as first?
Zero.
We're gonna play Zero first, because he is the main character.
This
is the game series about Mega Man Zero.
It's Zero.
Wait,
it's Zero.
Shit!
It's Zero Man X.
We will read these descriptions though. So, number 0 special unit. This is a powerful hunter who can slash enemies at close range. This is a good choice for advanced players.
Luckily, that's what we are.
So again, like, the background information is Zero is like the leader, the commander of a special unit of Maverick Hunters, and I like to imagine that they are all ninjas.
You like?
I like to imagine that. Because you know what? I think of those pictures that are like, there are 17 ninjas hiding in this in this picture right now, and it's just an empty room. Or like, you know, acting like someone wearing camouflage is invisible.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So that's what I like to imagine. Because Zero is like the loudest fucking robot that has ever existed. Not like he yells, just he is loud. Just huge, bright red, and he's supposed to be a ninja. In the year of 21XX.
Good point.
Mega Man X, Episode 5. They seriously couldn't... They were seriously still couldn't figure this out.
Mega Man
the
X
naming convention.
Episode 5.
Yeah. No.
None of the others said episode.
Mega Man X3 did something weird that wasn't that, but was also weird. It was like Chapter 3 or something like that, I forget.
That's a Prince of Cake.
So, God damn it, what's the opening of Deus Ex? I'm just gonna memo this down. I'm just gonna edit the opening of Deus Ex. Just the sound clip of the opening of Deus Ex over this opening, because that's what this is. I kind of low-key actually hate,
he didn't really
like,
have a choice.
those openings to anything, where it's like, we're just gonna close up on, like, scene 1, interior, the bad guys are talking about something and it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Where we may not be able to contain it.
Opening.
Why contain it? Let it spill over to the schools
And you have no context for as an audience member, so, like, I'm not engaged.
ending
Who could it be?
I've
Mysterious
received reports of armed
voice.
attacks on shipments. There's
Who
not
could
enough
it be
vaccine to go
now?
around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're
Nobody dares to fight
desperate. They can
against you
smell
except
their
for the
death,
4
and the
other
sound they'll
times.
make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
If anything, the track record is
I
firm.
hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think.
Wait, Spider.
Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
Bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world.
Zero, I'll show you what you really are, since you who are the main character.
We are the future.
Have to hold.
He sure is the main character. Reggie? Oh, you thought it was just the tutorial! Nah, bitch! I forgot to make the joke. Oh, that sure was an annoying tutorial. Good thing we don't have to worry about that anymore. Get ready for this. This is the entire game.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
I thought you were gonna land on the blue part, so it looks like you're just hovering.
Yeah, a little bit, right? X is already en route. I'm gonna be as, like, slow and deliberate with this as possible, because it's really fucking annoying. So, we're Zero once again. And he
Look
can
at the
crouch.
hair
Look at him go.
animation.
Yeah. So, controls exactly the same as Mega Man X4, and this is the one. This is the one where you can just fucking spam this and obliterate everything that has ever existed in the known universe.
Instead of cutting
This
off...
is the entire game. Until we get a specific Maverick upgrade, a specific move from Maverick that kind of fucks it up. That's why I'm gonna save him for the final enemy. But Zero's pretty fucking broken in this game.
Instead of cutting off his hand, he just lops off his hair, but he reacts the exact same.
What a terrible sight. Shut the
What a terrible night to have a curse.
God damn it. Okay, so, the intro was actually not informative at all. Right now, we are on a space colony. So remember how X4, the opening stage was on a floating city in the sky?
Above
another city? They learned absolutely nothing! Zero starts with an air dash, that's weird to me. They learned absolutely fucking nothing, because they then went, yeah, well... What are the odds of a floating city?
We wouldn't fuck you again.
This building. So now we're in a fucking space colony. The Space Colony Ark. The opening intro level of this game takes place in the Space Colony Ark / Sector 7. What the fuck is the colony in fucking
the New World Colonies?
Gundam called?
What are those things in Gremlins called?
Okay, oh, see that rope ahead of you? Jump and grab the rope carefully. Wow, what's this? It's called the hook line. What does it do? It makes the game slightly less interesting. Wow! What a cool... Yeah, thanks! Avocado! Shut the fuck up, earlier! I've got a bad feeling, Zero.
You've always got a bad.
This is literally the Sigma virus. This is literally so fucking bad.
It was
X5 would not be nearly as bad as it is if it wasn't for fucking Alia. X5 has a lot of problems. It's not a bad game, but it has a lot of problems. And it's not fair because X4 was a good game that had no problems. So this is a game that has a lot of problems, and it came out right after X4. And it's like, oof. So there's a Statue of Liberty, and it moved somehow. Let's not question that.
It's kind of earthboundy.
X! There you are. Your sprite's looking a little fucked up.
And your little
What are your legs
splayed.
supposed to be doing?
They're splayed.
Why did you teleport in injured like this? X, what happened? I was attacked by Sigma. I do appreciate how they're just like, fuck it, it's Sigma.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
You know.
What did you fucking think it was?
Come on now, Zero.
My armor was damaged. We can't trust him!
No, you can't.
Oh, yeah, you sure are right. I'll take over your mission. I'm fine, even my last hour. Besides, I can feel... Sigma's very close.
Oh.
I don't know where he is, but he's very close. Or is
Sigma,
it
can you hear me? Can you feel me near you?
Mavericks. Hunters and Mavericks are very similar. Where the fuck is this coming from? Oh, that's right. His girlfriend died in the last game, and he's going through a horrible existential crisis. His girlfriend died. He killed his girlfriend in the last game, and he's going through a horrible existential crisis.
Slaughtered.
Zero, what are you talking about?
What the fuck?
Like, Zero, since when do you have, like, a weird philosophical debate about, like, the morality of our problems?
You and your green tits.
What is the timeline? When is this happening compared to X4? Because, like, X is sincere... Like, this is very unusual for Zero to be, like, deliberating the morality
Yes.
of the situation. He's normally just a murder bot. And Zero, be careful. Sigma me if you need me. I lost track of Sigma. I don't know where he went.
We can't trust him. I mean, you're right.
Wait, it's coming back to me. I think he might be in the statue.
He's close.
I think he might be in the statue. No, he's coming for us. Stupid Maverick Hunters. When I die, you will finally know the true power of a maverick. At least he's, like, calling it, and he knows that he's gonna die.
When I die, you stay away from my funeral.
Okay, so here's the first of... So here's why this is so devastating. Their invincibility frame, their blinky time, does not trigger on the first 2 hits. It triggers on the 3rd hit. So if you just spam the first 2 attacks and don't let it do the 3rd one, you can just shave their entire fucking health bar off. There'll be other bosses to better show that, but... Darn, the blast released the Sigma virus. Who would have thought blowing up this floating city could have gone... What is going on with the Earth?
Yeah,
it already looks like it's, like, overrun. Jesus.
It's Eladard.
It must have spread all over and could cover the Earth by now. Is that a question?
Yeah, what?
All of the Reploids are getting severely infected. So, apparently, killing Sigma there blew a hole open in the space station and just farted the Sigma virus out of the space station, and now it's covering the Earth and infecting all the Earth in the virus of the Maverick virus.
On the Zombrex.
Sigma. He lost to us on purpose. I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
I think it's just getting so easy at this point, it's so routine that they can't tell. You're really good at hurting yourself tonight. You okay?
I'm good. I just kicked a box.
It happened to the best of us. Any damage? Oh, so here's a new character. By the way, Ailey is a new character, and so is this person. Here's a bunch of new characters.
I'm sensing a theme.
Are you excited to meet all these new characters in the last Mega Man X game? Here's 5 new supporting characters.
You know.
The entire Earth has been thrown into a panic because of the Sigma virus.
Already?
Yeah, that was pretty fast. Darn it.
Dang damn fuck.
Even if we fight, what good will it do? Fucking defeatism, Jesus. A battle won't solve the problem.
Wow.
Hey, so remember how Mega Man X4 had anime cutscenes?
Yes.
This is it.
We're looking at robotic asses.
This is it. This is...
Is Zero wearing a diaper?
No.
I disagree for the following reasons.
The situation is far worse than expected. Once again, Japan thinks they are in the middle of the map, when clearly they are supposed to be at the right. Sigma's explosion has spread the virus all over the Earth. Humans and Reploids are in total panic. Who are you again?
Sorry, did we meet?
I've never seen you before, sir.
We met.
Surely you remember Moose Moose. Moosey, whatever that character's name was. Yep, been here the whole time. That's my other sidekick, Moosey.
This is the professor.
Remember him? Eurasia. So the space colony Ark is called Eurasia.
We've always been at war with Eurasia.
Yep. I think that's the reference.
Well, that region is just called Eurasia.
But I think specifically it is supposed to be a 1984 reference. And they are Asia, so they didn't want to go with East Asia. Wait. Did I say that right?
I think you did.
Okay. At this rate, it's going to crash into the Earth. Who would have thought having a floating city would have ended poorly?
That's like a shitty idea.
In general. Okay, you know what the problem was? We didn't have the city floating high enough.
Yes.
Put it in space.
Not in orbit.
That'll be fine. Everything, including Reploids and the entire human race, will be annihilated. I mean, I didn't think that they would be excluded from everything, but thanks for clarifying, I guess.
Yeah, good to know.
For the sake of the world, we must destroy the colony. We're gonna Armageddon this shit. Call Steve Buscemi.
Oh, God.
Call Bruce Willis, Steve Buscemi, other characters. That movie came out a long time ago. I don't remember.
How did Steve Buscemi become an actor? Like, look at it.
I thought you were gonna see, how did Steve Buscemi come into existence?
How
That's also a good question.
how did God make Steve Buscemi?
The only weapon that still works is this giant laser cannon that we got from Ace Combat. The giant laser cannon that we used to try and blow up the asteroid that didn't work from fucking Ace Combat. We're gonna use that. We also have a space shuttle,
Dog.jpg.
but it's been affected by the virus. How the fuck does a space shuttle get infected by the virus?
That's a good question.
Anyway, and let it collide. It's almost certain death, but it'll be really dramatic. How's the condition? I don't fucking know. I'm barely in this series after
Came
this
in
game.
here, no problems.
We need to build it up with some devices. Even if it doesn't work as is. Yes, it does, and I'm going to show you that it does very shortly, but I need to let this really long cutscene play out, because I need you to understand how fucking ridiculous it is that this is how the story in this game is presented.
Why are his glasses red tinted?
And part of his helmet?
Yeah.
And then he's got like little
Whatever that
welder
thing is- I
flip-up
was wondering what
sunglasses on
that
the
is.
top,
Yeah.
and also a chin strap.
Man too stupid to use hat.
Let's join forces with the rest of our brothers. Okay. So. This game's fucked up.
Y'all got me fucked up.
They apparently had time and the budget to get, like, an animation studio, make them some animation, and had the money to hire some voice actors. And I mean, there were parts of fucking Mega Man X4 where it was just a sprite of X and fucking Double standing there throwing dialogue at each other. But there was still, like, a budget that
effort.
that existed. This is the entire game. This is it.
Y'all got me
It's
fucked
really
up.
fucking disappointing and frustrating.
Y'all got me fucked up if you think the sketches are coming off during sex.
We have 16 hours left before the collision. We have to upgrade the Enigma. There are 4 Mavericks that have the devices required to enhance the Enigma. So, you know the band Guns N' Roses?
Yes.
This is Grizzly Slash. This is... You know who this is. Are you ready? Duff McWhalen!
When you fight Duff McWhalen,
McWhalen? Oh, we're getting there. I forget who this is. It's something stupid. I think this is Squid Adler. Hold on, I'm gonna look up the list because I'm always gonna forget. Guns N' Roses, and then Z5. I think this is Squid Adler. And then Dizzy Stardust? Izzy Stardust? Something like that. Is that a character? Is that someone from Guns N' Roses? Izzy Stardust? Yeah, I think this is Izzy Stardust. Or Izzy Glow. Yeah, Izzy Glow. Yeah, Izzy Glow. Grizzly Slash. Duff McWhalen. Yeah, it's a laser device. There are 4 other Mavericks, but don't worry about them.
collect them all.
X-Zero, you're the only Maverick hunters that can match these Mavericks. I mean, what the fuck else is new? Split up so you can get these devices. So there's a lot front-loaded right at the beginning that we have to talk about. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so we got Grizzly Slash, Squid Adler, Izzy Glow. Izzy Glow? Yes. Duff McWhalen. And then we got... Why is it broken up here? Okay. Why is this only a partial list? Oh my god. This list sucks. Thanks a lot. Okay, so this is Axel the Red. Axel the Red.
The Red. The Fox.
Dark Dizzy. And Matrex. And then this guy was named something too. Anyway, so
Ted.
the localizer for this game named all the Maverick bosses after members of Guns N' Roses, and there was an interview where she said, like, well, my husband likes Guns N' Roses, so I just did that. And no one stopped me, so I did it. And it's like, there's gonna be another example in Squid Adler's stage here, where it's like, she's a fucking terrible fucking translator. And that is not okay that she did that.
Yes.
But I really like the old Guns N' Roses names. So that is exclusively how I am going to be referring to them. Especially Dumping One. Dumping One is the best one, but all of the other ones, like, I'm just used to those names. I forget this one, so I don't fucking know.
When you fight Duff
McWhalen?
His name's Duff McWhalen,
by the way. Yeah, so there's gonna be like a more prominent example of like, she's fucking actually bad, and that was bad that she did that, but I liked it when it sucked, so whatever.
Sometimes suck is good.
So here's what's interesting. So all the Mega Man games, Mega Man is very unique, almost, as a franchise, and that is defined by the fact you can choose the level you start, the level progression. You can just pick which boss do you want to go to, pick the stage, and you can go in any order that you want. It's always been that way, and then the boss weaknesses kind of make it so, like, there's a suggested ideal order, but technically you can do it in any order you want.
Do you?
Mega Man X5 is unique in that, because of the story, we need to fight these Mavericks because they have the parts that we need for the Enigma. And only these 4 Mavericks have the parts that we need for the Enigma. We don't actually have to fight these Mavericks right now, and if you do fight them, it will not advance the story. But if you fight these 4 Mavericks, once you finish fighting all 4 of those Mavericks, the story will advance. So, and then, depending on how the story goes, you can end up not fighting all of the Mavericks. You can beat this game without having fought any of the Mavericks. This is like the only Mega Man game, period, where the bosses are completely optional.
Yeah.
You can fight 7 of them and beat the game. You can fight 4 of them and beat the game. You can fight none of them. You can beat all of them if you want to. It's fucking weird, actually. So because of that, none of these enemies, except for, I think, Grizzly Slash, are weak to any of the weapons from these guys, and vice versa.
Which is relevant for our purposes.
There's no crossing over, except for, like, the first one, I guess. So, the suggestion is, go fight these Mavericks to get the parts that we need in order to use the Enigma, which we need to use to stop the colony, Space Colony Ark, from crashing into the Earth. It's only got 32%. Get the other parts from beating those Mavericks, and we'll increase the likelihood. Here's the thing, it doesn't actually matter. It literally doesn't actually matter at all. None of the parts actually have any impact on the success or failure of the Enigma being successful or not. It is completely random. It's completely pointless. We're gonna have them shoot it off right now. And it might work. I cannot guarantee you that it won't work. Because sometimes it does. It didn't this time, but I swear to God, I have popped in Mega Man X5 once and had them shoot off the Enigma, and it immediately destroyed the Colony Eurasia. Immediately worked. It skipped me straight to the end of the game, automatically get the good ending, here's the Wily Boss Castle, didn't have to fight a single fucking Maverick. This game's fucking weird. But I have to do that every single time I start a new game now, because it happened that one time. I swear to God, it happened once, where I shot the Enigma right at the beginning of the game without fighting a single fucking Maverick, and it worked. I swear it happened. So now I just have to try it every single time I start this game from now on. I fucking didn't mean to press that.